All right, I think we are officially live. Ryan, Fire Ant, Ginger over there, looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so welcome, guys. We're just getting started here on our first TB Nation live of the winter, of the quote-unquote off-season, but really this is where all the magic happens, getting started for getting your boats ready for next year. So really it's not quite the off-season if you like doing your own boat projects, because Lord knows that your garage is probably full of projects waiting to go fishing in the spring. So totally understand that one. So if you're joining us tonight, we're actually streaming this across. We got YouTube and Facebook. Let us know in the comments. We're going to be watching the comments here, guys. Let us know where you're from. So we're actually going to be giving away over $1,000 worth of TBNation.net gift cards actually through this week. But we're going to give away a couple tonight for people that are here watching us live. So someone's asked if there is an off season. Chris, thanks for joining us. We got Chris Simmons in there, Send to John Boats. So drop in where you're from. So we're going to be giving away a couple gift cards tonight as well. So drop in where you're watching from in the Tiny Boat Nation. Whether you're from Australia, we'll ship it to you there. You're from Japan. Georgia, that's kind of the same as Japan sometimes. So hot and humid. From Mars, Ontario, Canada. All right, let's see who we got coming in here. Illinois, Joel Newman from Arkansas. There we go, Suriname Paramibo. All right, that's from Japan, I'm pretty sure. You realize you just made that up. Maybe sound like an idiot. But loving it. Dayton, Ohio. Nicholas, thank you, man, for joining us. All right, guys, keep, we want to be able to bring in as many people here tonight as possible, be able to talk about what we got going on this week for the Tiny Boat Nation community. So drop in where you're from. We're going to give away a couple gift cards tonight, and then we'll share with you guys what we got cooking this week. As well. So Gold Coast, Australia. I knew somebody would be here from Australia.
Nice.
Love those tinnies down here. San Diego, Matt, First Like, love it. So, yeah, we appreciate you guys. So drop them in there where you're from. If you're watching this, make sure you drop where you're from, and then we'll go through at the end here and pick out a couple winners from there as well. So first things first, you see Mike's not on here quite yet. He may be jumping in with us a little bit later. But you got me and Ryan. So give us a quick background if you haven't seen me on some of Mike's videos, or, of course, Ryan Fire Ant on the Fire Ant Fishing, Fire Ant Boats channel. So, Ryan, you want to give everybody just a quick 30-second rundown of who you are, who that beautiful face behind the screen is?
Brian. All my social media accounts are under Fire Ant or Fire Ant Boats. I'm down here in Atlanta, Georgia, with close to Anthony Jones and Chris Simmons from Send to John Boats. So, it was just, I kind of forgot the question. No, but thank you guys for joining us. I'm excited to give away some gift cards to everybody. See where everybody's from.
Yeah, so Ryan Fire Ant over there, he's actually, builds boats, is one of our master builders at Tiny Boat Nation, but also is technically, quote-unquote, our customer relations manager, official title. I need to give him some fancy business cards. But if you've been on the TB Nation parts store or anything having to do with our programs, you probably spoke with Ryan, especially helping you put your boat projects together and things like that. So Ryan's an invaluable member to the Tin Can crew and our whole operation, being able to help people build their boats. So and if y'all haven't met me before, I'm the fat guy you see on maybe some of the videos traveling around with these guys. But I've been working in the marine industry for a really long time, so I know a lot about boats. Had probably 12 of them by now, but I'm no master builder. These guys are the ones that are building, converting John boats left and right. But I help behind the scenes with the guys, so helping run the Facebook and website, all your parts store stuff. So we got all that going on here as well. So hold on one second. We got Mike is trying to join us here, so we're gonna get rolling. Let me get Mike up here and get him plugged in to the group here. So Ryan, you want to share with everybody real quick what the giveaway is, what we're doing for the $1,000 gift card giveaway, and where they can enter real quick.
Yeah, so we have a link. I'm sure it's somewhere on the Facebook page by now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That you guys can go to, sign up for, fill out all the information in there, and then we're giving away different amounts of gift cards for everybody. That drawing is going to be, we're going to do like an overall drawing at the end of the week, right? And just kind of randomize that. So if you want to enter for the gift card, we'll either, I could probably put it here in the comments actually.
Yeah, so you can jump on there. We'll drop the link in the comments. Just visit tvnation.net, and you're going to see at the very top there's an enter giveaway, and then there's a sign up giveaway button. So
yeah,
that's going to be.
Just put it in the chat as well. So it'll be the TBN giveaway link in the chat as well.
Awesome. Cool. All right. We got guys New Berlin, Wisconsin, Illinois. Round in shape. Covington, Georgia. Love it. Becca, thanks for joining us. Chicago. Let's see. I'm just going to try and get Mike on here in a second, guys. We'll get him up and rolling. But yeah, so just jump on here, guys. I'll show you a screen share real quick up on here. So you can check out the tvnation.net parts store. And right here, sign up for the giveaway. A couple buttons there. But you can just jump on there, sign up for the giveaway. Like I said, you enter tonight telling us where you're from. But you actually, through the week, we're going to be giving, about almost 20 different gift cards out here come Black Friday for the rest of our crew here. So you can just enter here on the website, and we'll be happy to take care of you and help you build your boats. So Frankie joining on. Awesome. Let me get Mike rolling here. So Ryan, if you want to give everybody a quick update while I'm trying to get Mike up on, what projects are you working on? I know you got some videos that just come out. What project you're currently working on, and how's that going?
Yes, I'm currently working on a 14-foot Starcraft deep V that for a customer in Tennessee. He does a lot of catfishing, so we're using one of Nate Eckold's new live well tanks in that boat as well, like a divided live well tank, which is pretty cool. The whole thing was this build is going much faster and easier, so excited to have that one out to you guys soon. As well as one of the things I like about working behind the scenes at Tiny Boat Nation is I get to really see firsthand the questions that you guys have, and so hopefully I'm trying to put a good video series together to answer a lot of those questions for you guys, especially your first time builders and people getting started in the whole tiny boat community and what we're doing. So hopefully that'll come out pretty good and you guys can get a lot of good information from that. And we're also trying to simplify, I feel like, a lot of the parts and where to get them. I feel like everyone's kind of looking all over the place for parts and components, but we're going to be able to give you guys kind of a more centralized, like, here's what you need or here's what you should use. And just kind of making it easier on you guys, because we know that this gets pretty complicated pretty quick. So
yeah, it definitely takes a lot of research and a lot of time and a lot of effort to build a great boat. So it's awesome to have a team of master builders like you and Nate and Mike and the whole Tin Can crew to be able to put things together to be able to help people bring their boat to life. So well, hopefully we get Mike on here. Nate, we're going to do one later in the week. We'll get on Nate Eckold here as well. So hopefully Mike joins us, but I know that he had some family stuff come up. So ready to rock. But guys, thanks for joining us. And if you're just joining, I see a bunch of people already commented where they're at. So if you're brand new to the stream, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, comment where you're from. And then we're going to be giving away a couple gift cards tonight. So first things first, guys, Black Friday week. So everybody and their brother has something on sale on Black Friday week, and we are the same. So, we know that everybody's getting ready to get their boats squared away and looking at planning their next projects and what we can do. So to be able to help build their boats. And so, guys, keep commenting on there. Give us a few thumbs up. Helps us share this with more people. So Nate's got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's all you can. We can give it a try, Nate, if you want. But I'll give a quick rundown here, guys, of the Black Friday week, and then we'll try and bring some more of these guys on, and we can start doing some question and answer as well. So Black Friday week, guys, we got one big item popped up here. I'll bring this on with the crew. So obviously you can jump on the site, see what we got going on. But Nate Eckold and his DIY and completely pre-made welded lids. Now you guys got a lot of whole boat projects completely done up with Nate's lids. We got a whole set of those sitting at the shop that were kind of one-off sizes. So we got a super sale going on with Nate's custom dry hatches and a lot of our aluminum parts to help build your boat. And these are all completely got dry channels in them. You guys can see the some of the different designs here, some of the boat projects we've used them on. There's the Blue Beauty. Can't remember which exact boat that one is. You got, that's Nate's personal boat. But all these professional grade dry hatches you guys can get for like literally 50% off. There's some one-off sizes. We got some limited quantities. So those are available, tbnation.net here on the super sale. And jump back in here. And we have a whole host of other items from Nate. So you have the rivet together boxes. We got a few of those left for whether you're making a chill box or a live well, trolling motor pedal trays, bow plates, or even this is something that for the guys that are a little more DIY, you have, the dry track setup. So we have the blank dry tracks available for the, lid system, essentially. All these right here to DIY your own dry track lids. We have those on sale as well. So we got some of that in the shop. They're limited quantities. Like I said, when they're gone, they're gone. But we do got those this week as well. So let me jump on to the next one. If you guys got any questions about these, drop them in the comment section here. So we got a great deal here where we can see most of these comments and questions. So let us know if you got any questions. And then also if you have general questions on your build after we get done sharing a little bit about Black Friday, we're going to be able to help answer questions and bring people on. So let's move on to the next one here, guys. So Black Friday, we got as of yesterday, each day. So one thing with the Black Friday deal, each day we're going to be given a new deal. So Nate's the first one to start off. And then we got Gator back. Bunk started yesterday. And then today we got Roy's shallow water anchors. And then we got a whole entire set of new deals coming out through the weekend. So, Nate's on here. Nate is from Illinois. So the shop is in Pekin, Illinois, to go see him in person. Go see the man in person. Let's see if we can get Mike on here real quick. Cool. So
Jacob Bueno, man, we're not starting so early everywhere, man.
I know, West Coast time.
California, yeah.
I'm in Mountain Time, man. So is Mike. So I get it. We're a little early for some of those West Coasty folks, but yeah. So keep moving on here real quick, guys. So the Black Friday sale, we got the Gator back synthetic trailer bunk covers. These things are badass. I mean, they're really cool. I have them on my tracker trailer. We have them in the regular black, which is great. But really the coolest thing is being able to do the lights, and being able to have the flashlight LED kit essentially make a runway for your boat at night. I mean, it's so easy if you like to night fish. Super easy to be able to load your boat. Yeah, man, and it's like pimp daddy status.
Yeah.
Is like pimp my ride, but pimp my boat.
They look good too, man. I really like those.
Yeah, so we've really enjoyed these. But even if you don't want to go with the lights, because obviously the lights are an added cost, the regular Gator back material, it's not like carpet. So it actually is a patented rubber material that gets slick when it's wet and then gets sticky when it's dry. So when you load your boat, it makes it really easy to be able to run the boat up on the trailer and load it. But then once it has all these channels in here, you can see has all these channels that water drains out. And so you don't have to worry about your boat slipping off the bunks as you're pulling up off the boat ramp. So makes that super easy to be able to load your boat. So even if you don't want to go with the light option, which is really cool, but again, it's an added cost, and if you just don't want the bling, then the regular Gator back bunks rock just for loading your boat. And they also don't pick up that grime and dust that you get with boat carpet on your bunks. So, we've been super happy with the Gator back bunk system. And with that, we're doing 20% off on the Gatorback synthetic bunks, but also you get 20% off on the flashlight LED kit that comes with it. So, and that's with any of those flashlight LED strip light kits. So you can add those on there. They got a bunch of different colors. Even we got, I don't see Mike's video on here. You can actually play that video real quick. If we want, but you'll be able to see that. So we'll bring that up a little bit later. Mike, I see you on there. Can you hear me? I see you in the waiting room. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Cool. Sweet. All right. So Mike's joined on. We got a new kind of waiting room feature here on the live. So pretty cool to be able to bring people in easily. So let me jump on to the next one real quick before we get Mike popped on here. So let me get Mike added. Mike, can you hear us?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Good, man. Good. So, yeah, thanks for joining us, man. How did Dom's talk go? It went pretty well?
Yeah, it was pretty serious. I did not expect that.
Yeah.
I was not expecting how intense that meeting was. It was, man, I don't know. That council,
Did he have a good time?
It was treacherous, man.
Yeah. Did he have a good time though?
Yeah, he blew it. He blew out the speech, man. Hard act to follow.
That's awesome, dude. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Well, we got a whole group of people on here. Pretty much what we've done is letting people answer where they're from. We're actually going to be giving away a couple gift cards tonight. So especially if you just joined us on any of the streams, guys, post where you're from. Tonight we're going to give away a couple gift cards for the Black Friday sale. And then jump on tbnation.net and you can enter the giveaway there. And on Friday, we're going to do, $1,000 gift card giveaway for everybody else. So, but Mike, since you jumped on, man, what's the next couple projects? I know you've been questioning the audience on what they want to see next. So let's talk a little bit about what's coming up, man. What's the next one or two projects?
So the most requested via poll on YouTube was for a budget build. So it's something that we generally don't do because there's a spam of those out there. But people strongly want one from us specifically, so we're going to go and do it. Yeah.
Nice.
But we're also going to give it away. So that because of that, we're probably going to be donating things because I could do a budget build for myself. And it can be very, very budget-ish, but it's a different thing when you give it away. Or if you sell to somebody, then there are certain things that you need to make sure they don't fail later. And so for liability reasons, a lot of that budget build will probably be donated. But we'll still be streamlining it and talking about what we would have done in place of this. But, that boat's going to be pretty sick because of all the but, the budget is right at between 1,000 and 1,500, trying to keep it right as close to 1,000 as possible. The budget was 1,000, but with inflation and the Brandon era, it's not looking too great. Like pre-Brandon era, we probably could have pulled off $1,000, but not today. Not today.
Yeah.
So what it is.
I think that's a valiant goal to be able to set it at. I mean, most people when we jump on the Facebook group. Most people are looking for 2K and under. Like that's their budget. It seems like on the Facebook group. So I think you're right.
Because that's right on the money. What it would take to build a pretty nice boat. And we're talking about raw materials and components into the boat, not like fish finders and trolling motors and outboards. Like that stuff is all external add-ons you can drop off to any boat, but actual raw materials in the boat, close to $1,000 as we can. And then the second one, people want to see an elite 16-foot console boat. So we'll be doing that. We'll be working on that probably later December into January.
Yeah.
We'll probably be working on that, and then whatever else everybody else wants. I personally still want to do the travel trailer, the little mini toy hauler. I still want to do that, but
yeah,
we'll see.
Pretty rad. How long do you think it'll take then to do the budget build? What's your goal for time? A month? Okay.
Simplicity is the game.
Yeah.
Not mind-bending headaches from what do you have to do. I mean, no more. Truth be told, I think I only have about as much mental effort for this boat as for a budget. The last few boats burn us out. I mean, you think about some of these boats can get so complicated. I mean, we were down there in Tennessee. There was 8 of us, man. All sitting around there, and then we got pretty far. Day 1, day 2, and then day 3 and day 4, we're scratching our heads for a while. Like, the process slows down substantially when it comes to the wiring, when it comes to all the intricate work, the turf, it all slows down so fast.
Yeah.
You feel it, and that's just 8 people who build boats all the time.
Yeah.
You still slow down, so.
Well, that's a good, so a month long, $1,500 budget. That's the goal.
Yeah, and we have some pretty cool things now. I mean, we have subfloor kits, we have framing kits. I mean, that offer dry hatch features that are all pretty affordable. We have live well kits that we need to get. You and I need to talk about the live well kit and how we can debut that. But we have an economy level live well kit that kind of takes the base design of. You guys may have seen them in the older boats. I know in that 1992 tracker.
Mm-hmm.
Vast tracker that I did, it had a very similar thing with it, like a standpipe. It was a welded aluminum standpipe into the deal, and just an overflow pipe that water overflowed into the pipe and went back out to the bottom of the transom as a drain out every time the pump just filled the tank to capacity. So we have actually a kit like that just mimics that. It has a standpipe with flow right fittings, flow right elbow fittings, and then just a nozzle and a pump, and it's very cheap. Considered, in comparison to some other things, it still gives you pretty good results. You have to be a little bit more cautious of, obviously, when you go on plane to shut it off. But aside from that, it works.
It gives you the functionality that you need at the price that you need for meeting that budget. So that's the goal, guys, for upcoming project builds. So. If you are watching this right now and you're just chilling, give us a couple thumbs up, give us some likes, helps us reach some more people. But also, if you're new to the stream, jump on. We're going to give away a couple of these gift cards tonight. So jump on, tell us where you're from, and we'll be able to, at the end of the stream here, give away a couple gift cards to our tbnation.net giveaway. So jump on there. We got a couple people. Welcome, Tin Men. I love it. Tin Can Crew, baby. Let's go, Brandon. Just going through some of these here. Maryland. All right, we got people from all over, man. We got people from Australia. We even got a guy from Japan. I made a joke about Japan, and then we got a guy on here from Suriname, Japan. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, the tiny boat. I want to go over there. It would be beautiful to see those tiny boats over there, man.
Mecca, man. They got stuff that we haven't even seen yet. They get all the new stuff. We had that little, what do you call that, DC Rain and the Shimanos. They had that for 10 years. They get all the cool stuff, man. So
so everybody, wherever you're from, we appreciate you wherever you're at across the tiny boat nation. So if you're watching, obviously you saw the title. We got Black Friday week kicking off here at the TB Nation parts store. So we got a lot of stuff going on. A, the giveaway, but 2, every single day we got a new deal on items.
Nick, you muted out.
Nick, you're muted.
You muted.
Can't hear you.
Anyways, we have a Black Friday giveaway sale happening right now, and there's a specific deal of the day item, and we'll probably be having that throughout the month. Getting all the vendors and everybody else, both small town American made stuff, and obviously all the bigger vendors on board to do that was pretty cool. But we have a pretty good sale going on here in the upcoming. This is a much bigger year for us. Thank you to all of you. And to my computer who just went out.
we got technical issues left.
Nick, you came back. You're here.
I did. I'm using my Bluetooth earbuds because for some reason my speakers went out on my laptop last week and I haven't been able to fix them. And honestly, these sound better anyways. So we're working through this, guys. Bear with us. We just got a little care We even just got a little care emoji on Facebook because somebody was caring for us with all of our technical difficulties.
Up the volume.
Yeah,
for you.
Up my volume.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna talk louder because I don't know how to do that. So we're gonna have to figure that one out. But
all right.
Kentucky windage.
Yeah. So what Mike was talking about though with the small town companies, that's one thing we really love partnering with is American-made boat accessories and working with people that are, their whole life is helping you build boats. So that's a really cool part of what we're doing. And that's actually what today's deal was added to the site. So I'm going to jump on here real quick and be able to see. So you just jump on tbnation.net. We got our Black Friday. You can just click the main Black Friday tab. And then what it was announced today was Roy's shallow water anchors. So Roy is doing a 30% off discount sale for his, so over $100 off on Roy's anchors. I'm going to get this banner off of here, and you guys can be able to see some of the video here. But if you guys haven't seen Roy's anchors, these are pretty awesome anti-power poles, as we say. They're a completely manual stakeout pole and manual power pole, and they're built really well. Roy is a good old Cajun from South Louisiana who works in the oil fields and then builds these on the side, and it's really cool to help him grow this, but also we just love the product. So I'm showing you guys a couple of pictures here. You got to be able to work boat there on there as well. So if you don't have one, you've been looking at them, we got a heck of a deal going on.
I think what's interesting about these anchors though is like they mimic the actual power pole, the hydraulic power pole.
Yeah.
But then the company Power Pole themselves, instead of making a manual version, they went with that micro anchor. And not a huge fan of the micro anchor. I don't know if they just we're Power Pole, it has to be electric, it has to be powered, but I'm not sure what they didn't capitalize on this crab leg design for a manual, because everything that comes with the manual, the constant swaying and readjusting of a boat getting hit by waves, the rolling and the pitching, these automatically, because there's no motor connected, automatically sway back and forth, and that is actually a pretty huge thing. So unless you have a hydraulic unit that is able to just push your boat out of the water to where it's so high and the pressure on those poles is so great that waves aren't going to rock the boat off platform, there's almost no point to have something that's powerful. So the micro anchors themselves, people say they have pretty good results in the salt. Obviously on the sand beds because it's just sand, but in rocks, I don't think they can do much. They can't dig.
Yeah.
Those poles, we have 3/4 inch fiberglass rods. Ryan and I, we use those rods to stake up there on Parker and do a few things, and we rock those. But they flex, they turn, especially if there's wind, they flex and turn. So, but when you have those those spiked in there, they don't turn. Your boat stays there.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Yeah.
Well, and even Roy has the tip is ported. It has those hole ports in it, so it doesn't get it kind of digs down into the muck a little bit. It doesn't get caught up or float up in the mud. It has those little ported holes. So I'll figure a way to do this full screen. It keeps kicking me off full screen, but you guys can see the little video here. Anthony Jones dropping that Roy's anchor in the water. So, but yeah, we just love this. Love the guy, but also love the product. So that's something we got going on for this week. So
yeah, definitely an awesome product. Just hidden out there. It's patent pending, or I think it is patented. So it's I don't know how we didn't pick that up. How we didn't pick that up. We were too busy adding stupid linear actuators to these. I'll never do that again.
There's a couple different ways to mount that too.
Yeah. The bigger thing is they're portable. Yeah, you can clamp them on, clamp them off. That's huge when you're talking about a portable rig.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, very nice. Maybe not the best for maybe a kayak where your total center of balance is right in the middle of the kayak, and for you to lean back and activate that thing is not. You're taking a risk, but for a boat, for a small boat, that's gonna kill it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got
2 48-inch ones coming for my personal boat after I used them on my little portable one, and then I don't see any reason to get anything else. Not unless you have a really obscenely big boat. We're talking about actual bass boat that's thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
500-pound outboard in the back hanging off. Yeah, you might need some hydraulic there.
Yeah.
Do some actual power, but yeah, not for most of what we do.
Well, we got some questions, guys. So if you guys have any questions about any of the stuff we're talking about, or have a question about your build, drop it in the comment section below. We'll be happy to answer it. We actually got a question here. So Bionic Chronic says, those are awesome, man. Been looking to purchase one. Do they work well on a 16-foot aluminum deep V? They do. So the thing is that, you know, if you have an area on your transom, obviously the transom mount one has to be based off that top of the transom. So if you have an area in your transom that's a little bit lower, you want to mount it there so you get the most amount of depth. But we also have Roy's developed a bolt-on option, so you can bolt through on the transom, so you can get a little bit lower in the water than where your top of your transom is at. Or there's also, he just developed a jack plate mount too. So if you're running a jack plate or an engine mounting plate, essentially similar, it's just like an angle bracket, similar to like the power pole mounting brackets, but you can run it off your engine mount too. So, you know, there's options for that, man. So it definitely worked great on a boat like that. I mean, and 16 foot is perfect. The guy, Roy's had them on 25-foot work boats and held in their own. So anything that's in our fishing realm, they work great. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so thanks for asking that question. Goran Borsey's back with us. I'm back. Love it, man. Thanks for joining us. Jorge's from Beaufort, South Carolina. Awesome. John Yacht is out there as well. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. But yeah, jump on here. Got any questions, guys? Post them in here. We're happy to answer them. Okay, so let me jump on to the next one, guys, just because we want to kind of get through all the Black Friday stuff that we had to talk about real quick. But each day, new deal. Just jump on the site here, tbnation.net, and you're going to be able to find that Black Friday special. Just jump on the site, and you'll see every day we have new items added to the store. We got a few of these. I talked about this at the beginning. I haven't really covered it here towards the later part, but each new day you have Roy's. We just did today the shallow water anchors, the Gator back, our favorite bunk kits with LED lights, and then also Nate with his dry hatch lids. He has some essentially one-off sizes that are on super sale for the dry hatch lids that are, you know, 50%, 50% off. So there's some really, if you're looking to build, you know, buy a bunch of lids to do your boat build this year, you can save a ton of money by grabbing some of these ones that are pre-made that are kind of one-off sizes. So if you got any, you know, projects or anything, definitely take a look at that because those are going pretty quick. Cool. So we got another question here. Curious about the weight of the Roy's shallow water anchor. They're roughly about 19 pounds, so not heavy at all. Super easy to.
They're pretty light.
Yeah, they're really portable.
For what they are, you would think, and because I think they're galvanized steel.
Yes,
they're fairly thin, but they're galvanized. I mean, for them being steel, they're extremely light. They don't weigh nothing. I mean, I made aluminum ones. And I don't know if there was a huge difference because it's steel, so it's thinner. It can be thinner. And I had to use thicker gauge aluminum. I had to use 1/8 inch thick aluminum to even have the same rigidity that the Roy's probably has. And so I think they're roughly about the same weight in an equivalent strength aluminum anchor, like a duplicate like that would be.
Yeah. It's they're really heavy duty. Like when I got my hands on one, I was like, these are really light and they're easy to use. Like obviously you put them on your John Yak build and you know, they were.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put them on that boat if they were heavy because I had like no room left for weight.
Yeah.
No.
I gotcha. Awesome, guys. We'll keep asking your questions here. We got a bunch of new people that have joined us too. So if you're here, make sure you give us a like. Give us a thumbs up wherever, what platform you're on. It helps us out, so we much appreciate it. But yeah, ask your questions, guys. Pretty much I ran through what we wanted to do for Black Friday. So we got another 20, 30 minutes here to help answer your guys' questions, help you guys get started on your builds. This quote-unquote off-season when really it's the busy season for everybody getting their builds
Let me go
together.
with Jonah Morris. Hey, Jonah. How are you? Well, okay, this is just where the chat landed.
Yeah, you're good. I got it pulled up on the screen, Mikey.
Boat. Generally, it's anywhere from a 4-horse to a 6-horse. I think that's generally the cap for most 12-foot boats. Now, if you get like the wider ones, maybe the 1236 or 1240 John boats that came out, they might be rated. I would say the 1240 might be rated for a 9.9. But I think anything over 9.9 for a 12-foot, and I'm talking a bigger 12-foot, is really pressing it. Like I think a 15 horsepower motor is really cutting it close. I've seen people do it. That back end does sink though. The displacement for the boat hull is generally not there. To hold that much weight plus you in the back tilling, plus a gas tank, plus whatever else. You got to stick your batteries way forward.
Yeah.
Right there in the pit area. So, I mean, a little bit different dynamics for a 12-footer. And so for Cliff, you're putting a floor in a 14-foot Velcro DV. Sweet. That's awesome. Is this all on YouTube? Where is this streaming? Is this streaming off TV Nation?
Yeah. So we got, we're on Facebook. We're on Facebook and we're on YouTube. So
yeah. Sorry, guys. I just knew he told me to join the link. We try to do this integrated whole thing where we can share across all platforms because we're bigger than just YouTube, but I did not know that.
Yeah. So
what's going on fishing in the Southwest? Sycamore, how are you? Sycamore isn't every live. Sycamore. Hopefully, Sycamore, did you DM us back? We needed an email address for you. How much is the light kit for the trailer bunks? How much is the light kit for the trailer bunks?
So let me run that on there. So the light kit for the trailer bunks just depends on the length. So with the super sale we got going on, I think the short ones are about $50. The like 6 to 8 foot lengths, you're looking at like $100 when usually they're like 150, 170. Okay. So, we got 20% off on the Gator back bunks as well as the flashlight LED kits. So, and you don't have to go the full length of your bunk. You could do, if you really just want it for like seeing your bunks, you could just do 2 feet instead of doing all 6 or 8 foot. You don't have to spend all that money for that.
That's very true. That's very true. Okay, Jonah, again with a question. What's the best company for outboards? The best company for you is the one that's closest to you, that is serviceable and has a reputable shop that can work on your motor. That is the best outboard company for you. Otherwise, it's strictly preference. But I would say the general consensus among the audience, to my knowledge, is they're overwhelmingly in support of Yamaha. And then Mercury comes in second, and then everybody else kind of trickles in. Yeah. And there's always a Suzuki person out there that says that Suzuki supremacy, like Channers.
What do you think, Mike, about the e-propulsion, the electric side of things? I know a lot of people are running gas.
I mean, if you're talking about for a 3 to 4 horsepower, like the kicker motor range, they've got it. But I don't know. They're supposed to be coming out with like new advanced lithium batteries. I mean, they're still going to be out of the price range of most people, but in terms of actual performance, I would say the smaller motors that would fit on really nice on a 12-foot boat, the e-propulsion motors would work really well. I think that in terms of quietness and stealth, and just ease of use, throwing it in the back of your truck and not worrying about gas or oil leaking on your your seats. I think they're invaluable. I mean, they're definitely worth money, but you start to get up to the higher horsepower ranges, and it starts to make less sense unless you're in an electric out only area.
Yeah, unless you're
like Ryan, in which case it makes a lot of sense. So, I mean, for electric only people out there, if you got deep pockets, I mean, there's definitely the technology there to help you. So, but I assume that it will get better because, not too long ago, those little, 3 horsepower, 4 horsepower motors were like $5,000, and now they're not.
Yeah,
they're like less than half that. So, I mean, as the technology improves and availability comes forth, stuff should drop, I would think, or stuff should become at least more reasonable.
I think a lot of it's depending on the lithium right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the battery technology is where the improvements are going at leaps and bounds and trying to reduce that weight and reduce the size and up the amount of amp hours.
They got a long way to go.
They do. There ain't gonna be no Tesla boats
around
anytime soon.
They're still not coming close to gas outboards yet. They're getting there. They're getting there. Josh Waller wants to know what the ETA is for EVA snow camo foam I'm guessing from HydroTurf.
Yeah,
your guess is as good as mine. It's somewhere hanging off the port of probably Cali. It's probably out there just sitting there.
You're very right. Snow camo typically takes anywhere from like 3 to 5 weeks. Let me just check real quick. I can always just jump on and see, because I know that they've been having, some supply issues. Anything that's coming or the base materials coming out of China, everybody and their brothers got issues. I mean, you guys have probably seen that no matter what you're buying, whether you're buying from, our store or Amazon or your local mom and pop down the street. It's not an easy time to get stuff across ponds by any stretch of the imagination. But snow camo typically, I know that middle of December was when I was last promised that they would have the snow camo back in stock with a new new shipment essentially of the snow camo material coming in. So keep an eye out for that.
Okay.
That's really probably the number one thing is middle of December. But feel free, message us on the website, hit a contact us. It'll shoot to Ryan or I, and we will make sure to take care of you. So we'll make sure to take care of you and get you squared away. So looks like snow camo. I'm actually just going through my stuff right here. We're supposed to see that in early
I got a
this
question
week.
here.
So hit us on the site.
Okay, real quick. Biggs, that's a pretty good question. Best paint for the tin can. Best paint, like a rattle can, or just best paint? Best paint is epoxy paint, right? I mean, that's the general consensus for people saying that. But if you're asking what the best rattle can paint is, it's Rust-Oleum Professional. And then Ryan, you found an aluminum primer specifically from Rust-Oleum? I've been looking for that for a long time. I cannot find it.
Yeah, that I found at
I cannot find that.
I believe the aluminum only one. I started using the Ace brand paint too, spray paint.
The Ace brand, I heard good things about the Ace brand. I never had the guts to try it out, but.
And then if you want to get really crazy and fancy with it, there's the one hit wonder that Chris uses.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's fancy
stuff.
Stuff.
Question about somebody asked about an Elko motor. Jonah asked about an Elko motor. I think Elko kind of fell a little bit behind. A little bit. I mean, they're pretty good motors, but you have to run. I mean, you have to run your own battery system for them. They don't come with a battery system. I think a 9.9 horse on up, they're pretty comparable. But like as far as like the small portable ones, I think ePropulsion kind of took the small one, because the 9.9 horse Elko or the little 5 horse Elko, where they got a little 5 horsepower, it still takes 24 volts, still takes 2 lithium batteries.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
thinking ePropulsion. We talked about this in the Outboard Live not too long ago. A 2.5 to 6 horse spec, that's like a level 1 spectrum for all outboards in terms of what they can actually feasibly do for your boat. They're not going to get your boat on plane. It's all about like torque. You'll see obviously a little bit higher end and a little bit better performance in the wind out of like a higher horsepower, but really you're not going to see mind-blowing hole shots out of that spectrum, the 2.5 to 6 horse. So you're talking about 3 horsepower, full fuselage battery that lasts for a long time versus a 5 horsepower with 2 batteries in your boat. I mean, the weight. Are you really gaining? I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that Elko kind of loses that one. But aside from that, though, it starts to parallel. Everybody needs 48 volts or 96 volts after that, right? That's like the only little 24 volt set. I say for that small outboard, it loses. For like the one that's going to fit on a 12-foot boat, it's not winning.
Even depending on your boat setup, even the Navy 9.9 ePropulsion motor will be comparable to an Elko EP20, I believe, speed-wise. And
really?
Yeah. So most of these guys down here, if they're running the ePropulsion, it's the 9.9, and if they're running an Elko, usually it's a 20. And your ePropulsion guys are either just as fast or just barely not as fast. So really the comparison, I mean, if it was me, I'd be looking at, the ePropulsion. Yeah. That's my opinion.
Well, you got to consider too, because I just had this conversation with somebody, because full transparency, we are an ePropulsion dealer. We're also an Elko dealer, and we sell every other trolling motor out there in the Team Asian parts store. I was just having a conversation with somebody, about this last week. And when you compare apples to apples, or like say, Anthony Jones did a great video comparing the Torpedo to the Spirit 1.0. The Spirit 1.0 with the outboard only weighs 48 pounds. So with the lithium battery, it only weighs 40. The whole thing only weighs 48 pounds, and you're getting 3 horsepower. And then obviously you go up into the larger ranges, and you're having to work with a separate battery pack that requires that 48 volts. But at least in the realm of something that's a 12 to 14 foot, and all you need is a 3 horsepower. I mean, you're looking at the e-propulsion motor is a outboard that's built around the battery, not a, for instance, like the Elco or some of the other brands is like an outboard that they happen to stick an electric motor in, where like the Elco essentially is a stock off the shelf 5 horsepower outboard where they just remove the power head and stuck on an electric motor, versus e-propulsion. The whole thing is designed, or like say Torpedo, same concept. The whole thing is designed around the power system. So you're reducing a lot of weight. It's direct drive. You're reducing a lot of wear as well, because you don't have an oil-filled gear case like you do in the Elco, where it's a standard, like just old school outboard gear case, gear system. So there's just some major differences between the two. But in terms of the weight savings alone, I mean, the Elco 5 horse is 100 pounds plus 2 batteries, plus 2 big deep cycle batteries. So you're looking like 180 pounds versus 48. So that 150 pound weight difference is your difference between a 3 horsepower and a 5 horsepower. That extra 200 pounds worth of weight negates the extra quote unquote 2 horsepower. So that's kind of the cool thing. I can't speak for the Navies and the bigger ones, but at least for the Spirit, I mean, that's where it really kicks tail. Is it's inexpensive. It's like $500 less, but it's also lightweight in combination with getting the same power. So it's pretty cool little outboard. So
okay, thank you. Did he mute again? He did. He muted again.
Me, you?
He didn't mute.
You didn't?
No, I'm right here. You must have muted. You got so many computer screens over there on your setup.
Maybe that's what it was. I'm watching you with a lag. I'm sorry. Here, let me. I'm sorry about that. I got a good question for Facebook. They're asking if the LED bunk board, the plastic LED bunk board, would rub paint off the boat. No, it's UHNW plastic. Like, you can feel the stuff. It's very thick. I mean, it's slick to the touch. The higher density plastic it is, the slicker it is, and so no, we would immediately know if that happened. We replaced it because the bunk carpet on your standard bunks, that stuff smushes and erodes immediately to where it's pretty much like paint on wood. I guarantee within a season that'll happen. What else you guys got?
Well, and Mike, you remember when we did my boat, how when we did the bunks, you could see where the paint had rubbed off from the old carpet on the tracker trailer. And I commented on that guy's group post there in the group, on my tracker trailer, I haven't seen any new paint come off. I've been running that bunk system for 1.5 years now. Haven't seen any paint coming off the bottom of that tracker from those Gator back bunks.
That's good, because we definitely saw paint coming off prior to.
Yes, there was track marks down the bottom of my hole from carpet holding dust.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm cutting you guys off. I keep thinking you're done, and it's the lag. It's like,
it's all good.
It's not purposeful. Okay, so Solar Force 427, using regular grade plywood to replace a deck. Would you guys recommend water sealer on the? Yes. We would recommend. Nate says get Bondo resin. The better alternative is some sort of marine resin that's thinner, and will seep into the wood a little bit thicker. I mean, a little bit better, but I mean, resin works in terms of actual or epoxy. But he's saying you can get Bondo resin kits of different sizes for fairly cheap at Lowe's or Home Depot. He says that that's what he generally uses, which is pretty good. I mean, I think epoxy is epoxy in terms of what it's going to do for wood. So that's how I would do it. I would not use paint though. Paint will seal initially, but as that wood starts to do its thing, it's going to break the seal within a season, and you'll notice. It will work for a while though. It just won't. If you're going to do all that work, the worst thing you can do is think you're going to do it again in like a year or in a season. It's the most annoying thing to have to fix your boat within a year, let alone a season. So, we got anything here?
I got a great question, Mike. I know you already typed back with him, but Joshua Waller, I'll bring it up real quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm typing on the YouTube channel as a DIY culture. That's me, guys. I'm like in the chat. Well, Ryan and Nick are talking, but that's my other channel that I'm creeping up on this channel with. Do you suggest use? Oh man. Yeah. No. You
don't do that.
You can't do that.
Don't do that.
No.
Run 2 batteries.
I will say this. The patron who I talked to recently, who showed me that that pontoon boat with 55 hatches, he was running a 36-volt setup, and he had a 12-volt power inverter running off the 36-volt setup to run all of his accessories, which was substantially smaller and lighter than a battery. But I don't know how he did it. I would like to duplicate that, but that's the only other alternative. As for that, no. I'm gonna put this out there. You can run all your accessories and trolling motor off of one battery, but it's terribly dangerous. And then you'll start to see stuff just stop working. Like if you have one Group 24 battery and you're running everything off of it, and you have a fish finder on, you go ahead and crank your trolling motor all the way up. Your fish finder will die within a minute. It'll just won't enough. It's got to reallocate power everywhere. There's only and this is not confirmed, but this told me some lithium batteries, because they're extremely high output, can run everything off one battery. But you have to have a very, very high output lithium battery, especially if you're running UHD fish finders. If you're running multiple fish finders, you're running a high output trolling motor. So yes, but I mean, all that money, dude. Send it. Does Chris have the link? Chris should join the live.
He's getting
Chris
a haircut.
There. How do you
Chris,
send your potato launcher to a fish finder? I mean, that's not my area of expertise, Chris. I was going to put that out there. I mean, that's.
Well, here, I'm going to add that in there. How do I sync my potato launcher to a fish finder?
That's got, dude. That's him all day. That's him all day. Jacob, you should come into the live too, man. Jacob's super autonomous, man. He just comes by to say hi and then goes and runs the world down there in Cali.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
Talk about a possible giveaway at one of the tourneys.
Nice. That'd be awesome. So did you guys see this? Actually, this is a little news flash. Did you guys see that General Motors bought part of Pure Watercraft? So Mike,
no, I did not know that.
Yeah, so
what does that even mean?
They make electric outboards, but they're not like little ones. They make like 50 horsepower, 180 horsepower. They make
do they make just the motors, or they make like the boats too? I thought they made the boats as well.
No, there's a tracker running around with like a 50 horse on it that's all electric. And then they have, it's essentially, I think they make the battery packs and they make like an outboard, but they're not like little ones for us. They're like big outboards. And GM just spent like $150 million in investing in them. They're based out of Seattle. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. Auto companies starting to get into the outboard game. That's a little wild.
I think it's going to be cool to see though.
That's going to be, I mean, the infrastructure they have alone will make things very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's very few companies that are going to be able to compete against Tesla. Chevy might. Also, I didn't forget about you, sir. I forgot your name, but I didn't forget about your question. You said 1436 is what you have. Do you think that's sufficient, or should you look for a bigger boat? I'd say if you are high 200s or low 300 pounds or above, you should look for 1448 or bigger. You'll be a lot happier. Other than that, if you're a normal sized gentleman or gentle lady, 1436 is fine. I mean, we were on Anthony's 1436, and it held me, him, and my son, and I was very surprised at how stable it was for only 36 inches wide. So I think, that's something to think about. Is what are you going to use it for? And then what else do we have here? Let me look. Facebook user. It doesn't even show name, just says Facebook.
Yeah,
Facebook
so they
user.
got a
very impersonal. Hey there, Facebook user. How are you? How are you doing there?
So Mike, when people are jumping here on the Facebook, there's going to be, and this is something for people when you jump on next time we do a live, you actually, to see your name, because it's in a private Facebook group, because we're a private Facebook group, it can't identify the person. So you have to essentially ask for the permission for the live stream to be able to see who you are, because our group is private, because we don't want to get everybody and their brother in our Tiny Boat Nation Facebook group. So
I got a good question from NG Bay. Boy Bay. It looks like an A.
Here, I got you. I'm bringing it up.
Said, what's the best kind of cleaner? What kind of cleaner do we recommend for aluminum? 50-50 water and white cleaning vinegar mix. You can get the cleaning vinegar at Home Depot for $2 and a spray bottle for $1. It's the best aluminum cleaner ever, personally. And now, as far as like aluminum brightening, like whitening it out, I don't know, but it's pointless to do it. Pointless to whiten out the aluminum, I think. What do you guys think?
Make it chrome?
Yeah. It's gonna oxidize in 15 minutes. It's just gonna look like crap in like a week. Keeping the shine aluminum is not real. It's not great. So stainless steel, on the other hand. Okay.
Yeah, Ryan, have you seen that? I mean, everybody that's tried to do that on the Facebook group, it looks beautiful for a couple weeks, and then it's, So, sorry if I'm offending anyone, but I do not feel like buffing aluminum every 3 weeks to keep my boat looking good. So.
Eventually, I think it actually wears down on the hull, like the thinness.
Makes sense. I mean, you're technically buffing it, really. So
send it. So, Chris, you need a fancy fish fighter for $400. If you have like $600 plus, you can wait and see if Johnny Morris has the same deal on Garmin Echo Maps. Just saying, that's probably like your best bet.
Yeah.
If you really need, I still hold present that the Garmin Echo Map is the best budget fish. The best all-around budget fish finder in terms of it can do everything, and it's very capable of all the other add-ons if you get serious. But most people aren't going to get those things.
Have you checked out the Striker series, Mike? Because I know we have those in the.
Yeah, I mean the Striker series. If you don't care about UHD and you don't care about adding Panoptics or anything, Striker series is for sure the best one.
Yeah, because that's really the only one where you can get into that like sub $500 range in the Garmin lineup, at least, to get in started with a Garmin. Obviously, you can't upgrade.
No, I would run that, because I mean they look good. I don't know what the complaint is about the Garmin's with the versus like Humminbird. Everybody kind of brags about Humminbird, rightfully so, for their HD UHD technology, but man, the Garmin looks great. I ran that in I ran that on a standard transducer. I've been running it for Panoptics forever, and I didn't have a standard transducer, but I ran it on the standard transducer on the John Yak, or the Yak Killer, whatever you want to call it. And really, I was impressed with the returns. With the down imaging returns, I was wondering why. I'm going to go run a third unit specifically, but if I just ran a third unit as a Striker, that's good. Does the Striker have maps? It doesn't, right? That's the difference between the Striker and the Echo Map, is just strictly the maps.
Well, the Striker you can get. I think you have to add the map for the Striker series.
Yeah. Well, if you can add the maps, that's pretty big. I mean, if you're fishing regionally.
Yeah, for sure. You don't have to buy. You don't need.
Yeah, if you're actually fishing a trail, you kind of need maps. You're fishing a trail. You got to be able to look at the transitions and the grass lines, the points. You got to be able to find those things, especially where you guys live, where the water's dirty. Me, not so much. Actually, it's been pretty dirty out here. I've been not happy about it.
Right.
I swear. I mean, it's still clean compared to what you go through, but I mean, it's all good.
That's funny. Well, guys, we got a couple questions on float pods, so I'm going to bring this up real quick. And Ryan, I mean, I know Mike, you've played around with them. I know Ryan's had to play around with those as well on multiple boats. Maybe Ryan, you want to tackle this question real quick about the float pods?
Where is it at?
Yeah, Ryan, tackle the question about float pods.
A good addition to the boat? I mean, it depends. I wouldn't add them if you don't have to. Like, I know I've been messing around, and Chris can jump in on here. With those mud motors, I feel like it's pretty necessary. I could definitely see it in a boat that's not wide enough, like Anthony did, putting them on the side. That helped him tremendously with stability. But aside from that, I wouldn't see any need to put float pods on.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Mike, have you dealt
much with them? That there's something called boat collars that we were going to try and make. We have to implement them though. And I think those are, if we can do it right, that'll be pretty big.
Yeah. If there's anybody from Australia watching, we had 2 people from Australia earlier. If you're still watching,
those guys know all about boat collars.
Send us info.
Boats that are just as stable as a 16-foot boat because of the boat collars. Yeah. So, they also, so we're definitely wanting to look into that stuff.
Yeah. So if you got info on that, Australian folk, Aussies, shoot us some info on those. That's definitely an upcoming project here. So we do got some new people that have joined us. So if you're here, make sure to give us a good like button. We appreciate it, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. And I'll just take a quick second, guys. We got another roughly about 10 minutes, 15 minutes here to help answer questions. But just let you know about what we got going on for Black Friday week. So obviously you see that in the description, but we are giving away over $1,000 worth of gift cards on the Tiny Boat Nation support store. You can check it out here. We got a super sale this week with a new deal every single day from all the different brands that we work with and all the awesome parts and accessories we install on the builds. But to enter the giveaway, if you're watching and you haven't done it, we're giving away a couple tonight. So post in the comment section, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, where you're from, whether it's Australia, Japan, Georgia, or even heck, California. Drop it in there. We're going to give away a couple tonight. But then also you can go on the website. This is where we're going to be giving away most of the gift cards. And just jump on the sign up for giveaway or enter giveaway tab. And you can jump on there and enter that Black Friday giveaway. And we're doing $1,000 worth of gift cards coming to you on Friday.
1,000.
$1,000.
Give us some likes in this chat for 1,000.
Yeah.
We have 47 people in, 26 likes. We could possibly get 100 people in if you add more likes. That's how YouTube works. Facebook, probably the same. I don't know. It's a closed group. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Might not even be worth trying on Facebook.
I do know that it works for YouTube. You guys get those likes up for the giveaway.
And
more people enter. Yeah, and then once this video processes, we're going to enter the link to this.
The giveaway?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I've been throwing it in the chat. So just look where Fire Ant is responding in the chat. I put the link already in there. So just click that link.
Cool. Yeah, and I put that on the group, guys, if you're watching on Facebook. I also got it in the comment section on Facebook as well. That isn't showing up on our little feed here. So guys jump on there and check out the Black Friday sale and the giveaway. So we got about 10, 15 more minutes, guys. So if you got questions, I see people starting to join us and entering. So Southwest Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky. We got more. Pearl River, Louisiana. Love it. A little Cajun action. Cool. So drop where you're at in the chat. But also, if you got questions, we're here for the next 15 minutes to help answer. So whether it's about the Black Friday items like Roy's shallow water anchors or Nate's lids or Gator back, we're here to help. So Western Florida. Let's see. We got any other good questions? You guys seeing any on here? I'm scrolling. Speakers and radio. Let's see.
Do I think epoxy paint for concrete? To seal the wood? Oh, to paint the boat? I don't know how that stuff's going to handle flex over time. Flex and shutter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the most extensive paint job I ever did is I used Toto Boat aluminum barrier coat, and then I used Toto Boat wet edge, and that stuff was amazing. You had to roll and tip it though. And then we also talked about Wetlander paint. A lot of people really like Wetlander for boat paint. Rust-Oleum actually makes its own topside boat paint for any paint above the waterline or just So I mean, there's quite a few ways.
What's that other one? Alumahawk? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of it.
It's pretty popular.
It sounds dope. It sounds like it would work.
Hey, Ryan, people on the Facebook group.
You found aluminum primer from Rust-Oleum. I don't know where you found that stuff, but that's pretty cool. I mean, between using that stuff and using the self-etching primer, what was better?
Which stuff? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I watched when you rattle canned your boat. You used aluminum primer. It said Rust-Oleum aluminum primer, right?
Yeah, for base coat, I did that, and then I went back over it with just a regular Rust-Oleum.
Yeah, but between using self-edging primer and then the aluminum barrier primer, like, which was better?
I don't know. I haven't even put mine out in the water, so I haven't really tested it. But I will say, you're going to spend a little bit more for the one-hit wonder, but you don't need any type of primer. Like, that paint just stays on there. So, but if I was to go that route again, I think I would get the aluminum primer base coat.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, Mike Doug, I know you asked that question 3 times. I'm sorry about future videos. We're going to be doing a budget build series that's the most over 51% versus pulled. So that's over half, and that was pulled against 4 other items. So we'll be doing that. And then after that, we will be having a 1648 Elite, like, center console, our version of what we think an Elite 1648 center console can be. We've obviously been putting those out, but I'm going to do mine. Competition's pretty stiff for that. So it'll be a little tough. But whatever,
I got another good question here from Ryan Moeller about outboards and size of boat, kind of what he's expecting for power. And also, Jonah, if you're still watching, I saw your question on there about the e-propulsion Spirit outboards. Just shoot us a message on the website. Just hit that contact us button. We'll take care of you first thing tonight or tomorrow morning in terms of the battery packs and how that all works. So happy to help answer that for you. But Ryan, I'm going to bring his question up here, and Mikey, you can see that. Ryan has a lot of 1436s his way too.
Yeah. How fast do you want to go? A 5 horsepower motor is a safe motor if you want to be kicked around at 6 miles an hour? 5 miles an hour, 6 miles an hour. You might get 7 on a calm day with no wind.
I think
but you generally be between 12 and 15 miles an hour to plane. And a 1436, a 9.9 is really good for 1436. A 9.9 is a perfect motor for 1436, and some of them, if they're built big enough, like the all-wheel boats or some of the lows, will take a 15. The 15 is, I think 15 is the ultimate outboard size for a 14-foot boat. It will plane generally everything, unless.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the 5 horsepower is good to kick you around. If all you got to do is kick around from spot to spot, the lake's not too big, and you're not too worried about time between points, then the 5 horsepower will be all right all day. It's like a glorified lawnmower motor in there, 4-stroke lawnmower. Is that you don't really start seeing the elevated technology until 9999 is like that crossover moment to where you start to get some performance props, or at least different pitch props. Maybe not some performance props. There's a pitch range because it can actually plane a boat. 9.9 and even an 8 horsepower. The 8 horsepower to 9.9 range is like level 2 for like portable outboards, and then you start to actually get some serious power to where you'll see boats plane. It'll plane a barrel hull 14-foot boat, and then so maybe look into an 8 horse. Yeah. 8 horse would probably plane a barrel hull 1436, assuming you yourself don't weigh a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably get 14, 13 miles an hour. You'll get on there. You'll get on plane. You'll move. With a 9.9, you definitely would move. And then with a 15, that's you in a co-angler and gear, and you'll move. And then, but I don't know what the cap is for 1436. I would wonder what the label says. Is it, what are they rated up to? 9.9 to 20 horse? If it's rated up to 20 horse, get a 20. Get the max horse. What's going on, John? John.
Yeah, John's on here.
John.
I know. When we'll do one. Let's do one later in the week where we can get everybody, the whole crew,
man,
jumped in. So we this is our first time running.
Yeah.
This is like our first one of the winter season. So we're learning the ropes here. I got to get this guy's comment off the screen. So there you go.
And for Matt saying 5 horsepower is slow, might as well just troll from spot to spot. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator, that's true. You'll go about 30% faster with a level 1 outboard, which is the 2.5 to 6 horsepower. You're only going to go 20 to 30% faster than your trolling motor. But the bad thing is you'll save your battery life and you'll at least go faster.
Yeah, your range. I mean, I can imagine your range
Yeah.
does stink with if you're relying on a trolling motor to push that boat all over the place.
Yeah,
No.
I think the fastest trolling motor out there, like the legit most powerful trolling motor, is probably the Lowrance Ghost. That'll push you 6 miles an hour. That thing is a 6 horsepower motor.
You're probably less limited, at least with the 5 horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And
So,
the cost. I mean, Mike, you're looking at the Ghost is what $3,400. So
yeah, I mean, if you have that much money to jump on a Ghost, you probably have
you can find
enough money to get a 15.
and
Well,
that
yeah.
probably weighs more than that 5 horse, anyways.
For between $2,000 and $3,000, you can find a decent running 15, like I think new.
Yeah. The e-propulsion motor, I mean, even that, the e-propulsion motor is $2,200, and it pushed Anthony's 1436 6 miles an hour or 5.9 miles.
That's
an hour.
about right.
So I mean, for 3 horsepower,
right.
3 horsepower,
you're not
electric.
going to see a whole lot better performance out of that with a 5 or a 6 horse or a 4 horse. You're not.
Yeah.
You are just not. You will see better performance if it's a bigger boat and you're in the wind.
Yeah.
Like Nick's boat, Nick 18-foot giant tracker. You need a 6 horse kicker if you're going to kick that boat around, like just troll kick. Yeah, 2.5 is going to work on your boat. But that's where it comes. From that level, 2.5 to 6 is how big is your boat. But no matter how big they are, it's only going to go about 6 miles an hour max. Yeah. That's just what it is. All right, what we got here? What else you got, Nick? Good.
I'm going through. Yeah, I'm going through the comments here. Let's see here. So this is I believe this guy's from Australia. Mike, maybe you're not. Maybe you're from the U.S. Maybe I'm getting you confused. But have you thought about doing a stitch and glue boat, fiberglass rig, versus strictly sticking to aluminum? We've brought this question up multiple times.
We have. The crew talked me out of it. So I checked it out. But I was going to do it. I think, honestly, after I do my version of a 1648, then I will have hit all major platforms of, I guess, the smaller boats. I made my mark for the 12, made my mark for the 14. The mark with the 16 has been a little sketch. Had some sketch people that I was working with when I was doing those. So never got to leave my mark, but now that we're kind of independently working, we can do great things with just a bare hull. And so we're once I do that, and then I don't really see a point to continue to just really go hard at John boats. I mean, you guys are going to want new things. And we're also, if you noticed our name, it's TB Nation Outdoors. So we want to do more outdoor empowering things. We can build more than just boats, especially Mr. John from JDS Outdoors in here. Just give his channel a look. You see he's floating around the chat. Click his channel and check it out. And then plus we definitely do want to do fiberglass boats. I think that's a big market. We see people that are on YouTube that are doing it, like that boat guy does fiberglass, and a few other people. We definitely want to do that. Got to do obviously a lot of research. It looks a little difficult. Like, there's all kinds of different kinds of resins, and I just got to look at it. So those guys are boring as glue to watch. It's like watching somebody knead dough. So just got to really sit down there with energy drinks and watch those videos.
A bag of candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do it, man. You got to be in a really good mood to watch some of these guys.
That's funny.
It's like clear. I don't know what to talk about. I don't want to badmouth people, but
no. Another good one, Mike, here is, and this is from Jonah, is can we do a plastic boat build?
Yeah, I've thought about that multiple times.
Well, you have that one in the bottom of your house.
That one, and then like what if you wanted to make that one longer?
What?
Exactly. What if you want to? What if 10 foot's a little small, man?
If I do a plastic boat, I'm just gonna go buy HDP tubs and weld them together for the torch.
Bunch
I'm
of
gonna just do that.
Home Depot 5-gallon buckets.
I'm gonna do it, dude. Like, why go buy a pond prowler from Bass Pro? I'm gonna go do that. That's a plastic boat. It's about as much as I want to go. I'm not spending no $18,000 for no $4,000 or $200 or $500 for a kayak. The reason I have avoided plastic boats is the same reason I won't buy a kayak. It's plastic. It's plastic. Don't let anybody talk you up like it's awesome stuff. It's plastic. Leave that boat out in the sun for one season. 1 season. Tell me you don't find some stretch cracks. And
Mine's
also, if it
a
gets too
little
hot,
more.
it flexes. Plastic starts to like be flexible when it gets hot. It's not great. I don't know.
Jonah, so this is
not great.
one boat though that we've seen. Jonah is Sebastian. Look up. I don't even know how to spell his last name, but Sebastian's on here. He was on here earlier. Look up.
That sun dolphin.
Yeah, Seabass on Instagram. Sebastian Sebazinski, I think, is the best way I can put it. He's in the Northeast, where they're mostly electric only lakes where he's at, and he's got one of the most, if not the most, badass plastic boats out there. He used
that is true. Okay,
aluminum lid system.
Seb2 Fin.
Respect to Seb2 Fin. Yeah.
On
Yeah,
Instagram.
Seb2 Fin on Instagram. So go look him up.
Respect to that guy for making the sickest. But that's only because he put our aluminum stuff into it.
Yeah, he used aluminum
and he got a
on
custom
top of the
routed
plastic.
C-deck job. That was dope. Yeah, it looked like the Big Bass Dreams logo on there. It was pretty.
He's got lights all on this thing and everything.
Yeah, it was dope. That was the coolest boat ever. I mean, at least he can rip all that out once he gets it out of the aluminum boat. He can take all that out. He can just re-put it back in there. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. No. You know what? One thing John did find a good use for HTPE. He put it on the bottom of his like little 8-foot jet boat, and that was like a skid plate. He took 1 million self-tapping screws and 3 5200 and put like thick HTPE sheets and just ran over stuff. It's on his channel. You guys gotta see it's the sickest thing. It just hits everything. Oh, there's a big log there. So yeah, just like hits it. To the rock. Yeah. There's like, I don't know, stuff that I steer clear of. Like I'm like, oh, look at that. Let's go away. Let's go the other way. And then he just runs over it. It's a different kind of stuff. What John and Chris do, man. We gotta get them guys on there. We gotta get these guys on here, man.
So I'm bringing up that boat real quick.
People if they were here. True story. Can we get likes? Hit us up for some likes. Oh yeah, there it is. There's that one.
Yeah, dude. So this is Seb2 Fin's Tiny Boat Nation plastic boat build.
Yeah.
So he used Nate's dry hatches. Essentially, he used a drop-in aluminum deck and latch system. So he used Nate's dry hatches, and then aluminum framed this out. And then of course he's got the Motor Guide Tour trolling motor, the Humminbird 360. I mean, dude, this is the most BA plastic boat I've ever seen.
For sure.
It looks really clean
than a certain someone's boat who will not even say out loud that decked out a Coleman Crawdad. That boat is definitely better than his.
Yeah, this is really rad. So yeah, Jonah, giving you some inspiration here for your plastic boat build, or anybody else that's on here. This is what you can make happen. I know that it's a lot of work and this was a lot of money, obviously, but it's
he's even got.
I've heard that they're really stable, though. I mean, look at it. It's wide.
Yeah.
That thing's 50 inches wide. It probably rides like a dream. As long as he keeps that thing garaged, you probably get a lot of good use out of it.
Yeah,
look at it.
Sorry, I pulled it off.
The only thing really good is if you puncture that with a log, you can re-weld it with a soldering iron. It's not going to look great. But, I mean, you can DIY patch those things.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, I know we got some people in here, but we're about ending our time length here, trying to get people to close out their night. But if you got some last questions, drop them in so we can help answer them. And then 2, if you're joining us, you're new, we're going to be picking a couple of giveaway winners here. So make sure you drop where you're from. And then after this live is over, we're going to go through and we're going to pick 2 winners here from the Facebook group. And then on top of that, jump on the website and we're going to be able to give away over $1,000 worth of gift cards for on Black Friday. So, and check out that Black Friday sale with new deals every single day. So if you haven't seen that from earlier, jump on there. We'd love to help you.
Can we add the link one more time in there?
I'm it right now.
Okay.
Before everybody click on the link before the chat disappears. We'll be pinning it in the comment section below also. So if you guys catch this live afterwards, I wonder how that's going to look. But yeah, this video will process. The live will process to a video, and then we'll have the pin comment section. There it is, guys. Join the giveaway. It's free. It's free money. Just take it.
Right out of Mike's pocket.
Right out of Mike's pocket.
Okay, well, whatever. Right. Okay. All right, guys.
He's going to mail you a $20 bill.
I'll be having
first class
talk with
first class mail. Personally
It'll cost
signed.
$40 to mail it though.
It'll cost $40 to mail. It's $20 bill. $20 bill to you.
The post office ain't no joke, man. I had to go to the day. That makes me want to cry.
That's awesome. Jacob, man, thanks for joining us, guys. Everyone, like I said, make sure you post where you're from, and then also jump on the website and enter, and then we'll go through tonight and pick 2 winners from this live stream across the platforms on YouTube and Facebook. So Mike's the only one who didn't laugh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading comments.
No, you're good. It's about the money coming out of your pocket and you having to mail it. So
I had a delayed laugh. I was laughing in the inside.
He'll give you a sweaty $20 bill out of the back pocket. How about that? I'll mail it to you. Right. Awesome, guys. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. This was great. Love hanging out with you guys and hanging out with awesome Mike.
All right, appreciate you guys. Thank you much.
So, yep. We'll see you guys later. Check it out, tvnation.net. Black Friday week. We'll see you later.
See ya.